Hello, hello, it's Rosa
and Jules.
Welcome to Let's Unpack It.
Oh my god. Woo!
What a fucking week. Ready to unpack this week, I guess.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are back.
Yes, we are back.
And this episode might be a bit of a struggle bus. No. It'll be fine.
I mean, we are prepared as always. We're also here to unpack something. I actually decided to make it a little bit more interactive. So we have a couple of questions I prepared where we don't have to think. So it's like prompt questions and then 1, 2, 3 and then you have to say your answer. It's all about AI because you wanted to
I know, but if I
with AI.
can't prompt in my AI, then can I even think independently anymore?
That's one of these questions. Spot on, Jules. But before we dive into that, I want to have like a bit of a, let's say, how can I say it, like a news feed on your week. Like what happened. I know you've been going places and you came back. New things are happening for you. Yeah, I want to know because then I can also overshare a little bit, which I think is important.
Okay, so how was my week is the question.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a really madhouse week. I was in Miami at the start of this week, end of last week, teaching entrepreneurship at a youth innovation summit, which was super cool to teach young people how to think about the world critically.
How is it with young people in contrast to people like us?
Honestly, amazing.
Yeah.
They're honestly so smart. Like when I was 15...
They're 15, I thought they're 18.
They're between the ages of 15 and 18.
Okay.
When I was 15, I was drunk. Like, I was not doing anything good for the world. And, I mean, I did community service. I was in Model UN. Like, I did, I was a try-hard for sure. But I wasn't running my own business. Like, these kids have patents. I barely knew what a patent was when I was 15. Did you know about how to apply for a patent?
I know what a patent is.
Well, now you do.
But definitely not with 15. With 15,
yeah.
Contrast to you, I was just hermiting, as we talked about last time, hermiting in my flat alone, watching YouTube videos.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Not that, but the...
It's very one-dimensional, but I was in focus mode, okay?
You had a passion.
Yeah.
You had a passion. No, but I do really think that, like, these kids are so smart. They're so on it, and they're asking me questions. Like, I think, being a teenager in the time of this, like, digital connectivity and in the age of AI, you've never had information closer. And I think, like, these kids are really overwhelmed by that, but they're also able to synthesize everything pretty quickly. And if we just give them the right critical thinking skills and instill critical thinking in them, yeah, these kids can do anything.
Cool.
And it's super motivating to see that because sometimes I'm like, in my job doing work and I'm like, we as adults can't get anything done. Not that an adult is a loose term.
That. Getting things done. What actually means that for most people? I really don't know. And that's, sorry to interrupt your Miami journey.
No, you need to say this. She needs to get this out. Let's get it out now.
To rest. Like, guys, do you know these weeks when you really are actually on it, things work very well, but the most important problem is the weakest link in the chain, which is the people you're working with, and you have to ask them about deadlines and they don't hold things together and you have to always rely on yourself. And this week is one of them where I just sometimes wonder if, without sounding too arrogant, I could clone myself. That would be really, really nice because, for example, today is Friday, I'd like to play pool, not sure if I can do this today because it's just so much work and I'm not sure if I can rely on anyone. So yeah, this week was a bit stressful for my German brain for sure.
Yeah, but
no plan, no deadline, was with
just chaos. But I think this is where like boundaries and burnout come in. Like it's so easy to be burnt out. Like I definitely am like, I'm heading right towards burnout right now. Like I'm heading there.
Yeah.
But boundaries really matter. Like, like you could go play pool at 6 o'clock tonight, but it's a choice for you to open your computer. Because I always think about like sometimes I'm like, I'm doing a really shit job. I'm going to get fired from any job that I'm doing. And then the people are like, you're amazing. I love working with you. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I have to tell you something about it as well. It's same for me when we did like a feedback round at the end of the year. And the junior person that works with me said, Rosa, you know, I really like working with you because you're always so positive. And I was like, I didn't hear correct. I was thinking, did I hear correctly or not? Is she talking to Rosa Schmidt here? Because I'm not the most positive person on earth. I can tell you that. I mean, you know, I'm very much like,
well, you're very realistic. You're pragmatic. I wouldn't say that you're negative. I would say you're very pragmatic.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, let's reframe. But I think this is like that burnout piece where it's like, yeah, like if you're just like doing things that are just stealing all your energy all the time, your perception of yourself becomes super warped, and then you just become more and more burnt out because you're like dragging on how you see yourself, and like you're not existing the way you want to exist, and then it just makes you feel like shit all the time. And then you're just like in this fucking cycle of feeling like shit. I kind of feel like shit today, so I'm gonna curse a lot today. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on.
Sorry to the blooper reels.
I'm just glad that you finally joined me in like just swearing a little bit. I think it's good for all of us to like let it out.
Okay, the reason why I try not to curse anymore was when I first started this like job at 2 startups that I worked at. It was very like intense, and I was just trying to like come off as like this like powerful new kid on the block, like can't mess with me. And I would just cuss all the time. We'd be like in meetings for like 12 hours straight, and I'd be this like F-bomb this, S-bomb this, and someone said to me, they go, you're like really crass, like is this like how you always are? And I was like, oh my god, I think this is like a stress reaction, and I'm like posturing, so I'm just cursing. So I've been trying ever since that. I've tried to be more aware of it, because I'm like, I don't want to be someone who's like there's so many interesting words in the English language like that I could use to express myself. The fact that I'm cursing all the time just really shows that I've rotted my brain with a lot of like Bravo and reality TV.
I was just saying
and Bravo, I have nothing. Like I'm not reading a book in bed. I'm watching TV in bed, and it's showing. Like it's literally showing.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Oh no, absolutely. I just have to breathe into then tell you that I exactly feel the same way. No, I mean, like I was reading my book and I felt so great. My first book in 2025 I read in December, and I felt so literate, you know.
Oh my god.
But I agree, I love trash TV. I mean, I watch Bravo all the time, or when I have a free minute I'm also just like, you know, typing in YouTube like what's happening with the housewives these days, beyond the seasons, what's happening with the gossip. I like it, you know. I love it so much. It relaxes me though, you know. So who's gonna replace that at one point? Will a book replace that? I don't know. Will AI replace this feeling of comfort? I don't know.
Yeah, I actually have no idea. I think, like, I don't know. I don't really like AI-generated content. Like, I like AI-generated writing, but in terms of, like, AI-generated visuals...
Oh, it's boring.
I don't like it. I don't think it's very creative and interesting. Like, I don't know... Like, AI does have the capacity to be creative. It shows us that when you, like, brainstorm with it.
Yeah.
But the visual creativity is just really not there. Like, I haven't found a tool where I'm, like, super, super impressed. Like, someone's like, oh, you've made it easier for me to make a logo.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just, that creative mindset just doesn't, it feels like there's a gap.
There's just something missing. Yeah, of course. And to be honest, I'm also thankful. Just imagine AI could do everything. I mean, I feel like today I'm gonna sound like I'm the biggest fan of AI, but of course I also see, I don't know, the negative consequences. So I'm quite happy that AI is not there yet to perfect my life so much, which I'm scared but also excited for. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, talking about cloning myself. Perfect. I'm just gonna create a ChatGPT that's called Rosa, and then I can chat with myself. How odd. Anyway.
I mean, you could make one. Well, you could make a custom GPT called Rosa. You literally could. You could take all the conversations you've ever had on, like, in your own writing, over email, or in your own ChatGPT instance, and you could literally say, like, copy my behavioral patterns and talk to me the way I talk to myself.
That's actually a good point.
I mean, I have, like, 5 custom GPTs.
Nice. Okay, fair. I mean, I just have projects, you know, for each of my clients.
You can make yourself your own virtual assistant.
Right. Let's see. Let it.
It's kind of like the equivalent of fucking yourself.
Great. Love it. Can someone relate to this?
We're not following the episode plan at all.
Well, thankfully, I have my book again. This time it's not a green one, but I have a new one from York, which is a gin hub.
A hub, yeah.
In the UK. And we have 3 rounds, actually, that we wanted to push through.
Like boxing.
A boxing I'm doing today as well.
And we're doing multiple boxing rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
There are rounds
2 minutes.
Yeah. Who's going to win? The knockout. Don't knock me out, please.
No, of course not.
Just for the love of God.
Bam.
My God.
That's a great thumbnail, I'm sure. All right. Good. So, round 1 is about processing and pressure regarding AI.
Okay.
And we have 2 questions to answer. You have 2 seconds. Ready?
Yeah.
Do you think more clearly alone or with someone?
Alone.
3, 2, 1. Alone. Yeah, same. Okay. Second. Same. The next one you can read.
When overwhelmed, withdraw or over-explain?
3, 2, 1.
Over-explain. Okay, but I think the alone thing is really interesting that we both said alone. The question again was, do you think more clearly alone or with someone? It's really bad I'm not wearing my glasses during this episode because every time I need to read this tiny text, I'm going to have to go like this. But it's fascinating that we both said alone because we're both people that every time we have a problem in like our work, we like phone other people. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like
you specifically.
No, but sure. I do also feel like you do it too. Like at least with me, I don't know if you do it with other people. Like you're one of many people I do it to. Like I feel like I have a live feed into your brain throughout the day. Like every time I look, I love it. I'm not telling you to stop doing it. This is me telling you that. I think it's funny that we both think we think better alone.
Please,
because all day I'm just getting texts from Rosa about like different things that you're thinking about, things that are on your mind, like things that have come up for you.
Yeah,
and I do the same to Rosa, and I do it to my friend Shiley. So I'm cheating on you. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Shiley was there before me. So
yeah, it's fine. She was there first. But it's just like really interesting that we both say we think really well alone because in our daily lives, it's actually not how we practically work. If I think about what I see from both of us.
Maybe it's more about the environment you're in. I think via text, it still is this semi-personal thing where you can, just put in your thoughts. Somebody can reply within 2 seconds or 2 hours, but it's just out there. You know what I mean? I mean, no AI could replace that well, I don't know, maybe in the future. But of course, I mean, like, I want to share this with you because you are also very business acumen related and you have your life, at least from the outside, and in my opinion also somehow on the inside in order. And I like explaining and sharing with you my thoughts because I know you can understand them, I think. Yeah,
but I think, like, the important thing that I take from that is, like, having a thinking partner that you trust that, like, meets you where you're at. Yeah. Like, I don't have a lot of people. I have, like, 3 people that I talk to about the way I think besides my romantic partner. Like I'm sure you tell Laura.
I mean,
all the innermost thoughts.
This poor woman, honestly.
She's right next door and she's been like, she's trying to work and we're just like screaming in here. We've been in here for like 2 hours just like screaming. And like, I don't know how she's working, honestly. And she's like so nice too. She's like trying to make us coffees. Like I would be like, get out of my house.
Honestly, I don't know. Kudos to Laura. I don't know how she deals with me sometimes. Especially today has been quite difficult. But hey, here we are. We're still standing and thriving, and we have to go back to our quiz. So
okay, we're back.
Basically, I want to know, or we would like to know, how this kind of, I don't know, reflects in the broader picture. So what I'm thinking when I say I want to withdraw has a lot to do with me having this, I don't know, emotional management in some way. I need to withdraw from a situation or gain space, in order to think and reevaluate. And I can't, do that any other way. And I do think when I bring AI into this whole thing, it helps me to neutralize sometimes I wouldn't say my feelings because that sounds like it's a controlling, dictatorish thing, but it helps me to gather that space together. I don't know, out of different life situations. AI just provides that space, let's say. But I also have something in my notes. Please continue.
But it's a non-judgmental thinking partner. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of interesting trends right now about like AI for therapy. AI is a romantic companion. AI is something that is literally, but also is used in very nefarious ways. Like, trigger warning, I'm going to talk about suicide. Like, AI has become a way that people justify self-harm and suicide too. So like, AI is really interesting as a thinking partner because it thinks with you in a way that doesn't push you or judge you unless you prompt it to. Like, I will tell my AI to be really critical of me, but I'm prompting it that way. Yeah. And there's obviously a limit and barrier to how critical it will be of me because it's whatever I tell it to do.
It's not a human.
It's not a human. And you had said this once before about, I think in like episode 2, so go back to episode 2 and clock me on this, team, you had talked about like how people are more isolated than ever. Like when people used to be more religious, like you would be in community in religion, you would have a third space where you would go, and like AI has become this like weird third space for people that like deepens the idea of social isolation. And so I actually, like, while I do like it as a thinking partner, I don't like it as like an emotional partner, even though I do like that it democratizes access to like therapeutic practices. I think it's really dangerous. And Agreed. I think like it's a terrible thinking partner unless you're getting inputs from other brains besides your own.
Okay. I understand. I agree with you. Absolutely. I want to bring another picture into this question. Okay. So I watched I think it was Instagram Reel, TikTok video, whatever. It's basically same. And there was one woman talking about how cigarettes obviously are harmful. And there's a reason why, like, lots of people are addicted to them. But there's one argument that we forget about it, is that you have a space outside where you can just breathe and take 5 minutes of your day from something stressful, from, I don't know, work, private relationships, whatever. And that's also something that contributes to that addiction of cigarettes, to have this moment of relaxation or breathing a certain way. And I think potentially AI is filling the void in that regard, Yeah. I feel like I agree with you, it's dangerous, 100%. I just think that when we're realistic, that's something that AI is going to replace cigarettes with in some way. Just to, say, okay, I feel very overwhelmed. Let me quickly check on, I don't know, Gemini, ChatGPT, to see if I'm right or wrong, or like just to gather your thoughts a little bit better and to not have that much emotional labor, and like questioning yourself in that way. Maybe that helps a lot of people. Not saying it's great, just saying that's out there.
I wish I understood like the impact of like AI responses on the brain. Like we talk a lot about with social media, like serotonin hits and like the way it like the instant gratification of a scroll. Yeah. But I actually have never read any studies about how your brain feels when you get answers really quickly to questions or thoughts. Like I can make an outline for a workshop really quickly now. I can do it in like 30 minutes. It used to take me 2 to 3 hours. What is that impact on my brain? Does it release more serotonin? Does it give me like, like what is the emotional release that comes with it from a brain chemistry perspective?
Are you optimizing? Or are you having support? That's for me the question that comes out of it. Is the brain then fueled on optimizing it further? Going down that capitalistic route, faster, consume, because somebody's taking that over with less time, Yeah. Or is it something where you say, it really supports me and I can focus on quality time?
I try and think of it as the latter.
Yeah,
I mean, the
same.
thing that I say in all of my, like, whenever I talk to people about it, because I literally teach people, like, how to more effectively use AI to build things, is, like, AI enables us to focus on our zone of genius, like what we're uniquely good at in a way that we in a way that we never have before. But then I also think about the first thing you said, which is like, it does make it just more capitalistic, go. Like I think about it, because I can optimize so much of my work now, I've never taken on more work because I'm like, I can just keep adding because I can automate things. I can think about other ways I can do things faster. And that's not true, because I also understand the importance of human intervention, human planning, human thoughts in all of this. Like you have to be able to push. Yeah. And you also need to be able to check with other people. It's not just AI.
Absolutely.
So it creates this like fallacy. It's like a false sense of that things are moving faster.
Yep, I agree. Creating a false reality, basically. Your own little thinking, for sure.
I'm gaslighting 100%. Myself. I'm just lying to myself.
Well, aren't we all a little bit?
We're all a little delusional.
Delulu. That's what Delulu. Girly pop. It popped up a couple of times on my feed now, so it seems to be a terminology. Girly pop.
I think it is. I don't know why I started saying it. I think I said it when I was uncomfortable, when I was just making friends here, and I was like, if I come across as really optimistic all the time, people will want to hang out with me. So I'd be like, girly pop, how are you? That's weird.
It's just cute.
It's also just not who I am. So like,
what the hell?
I basically like just like I Trojan horse myself into friendships. Like I came in like girly pop, blah, 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 and then I revealed my true self.
I do like the true self more than the girly pop era.
Oh,
but okay,
God.
that's just my thinking. Anyway,
I'm
round
really chugging
2.
water here. Let's go round 2.
Yeah,
I'm
honestly.
really like hydrating hard right now.
When you had your Pilates session.
I did do Pilates this morning.
Okay, round 2. Social cues, masking, and self-monitoring. Sounds exactly like both of us. Ready?
Okay.
Don't think before. I can see already how you're prepping.
I can't even see it.
Good. Do you...
I can't.
Ready? Do you replay conversations after they happen?
3, 2, 1. Yes.
What's harder to read, silence or mixed signals? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Mixed signals.
Aww. Okay, it's both of us, you know.
But I will say silence makes me more uncomfortable. Like if someone's not talking to me, I'm like, how do I get them to talk to me? You know what I mean?
I see that sometimes silence can be awkward with most people, but I'm sure when you talk to Mars, easy, no?
No, but if someone's like, okay, there's difference between like there being silence in a conversation versus like you're trying to work with someone and they like simply won't engage in conversation with you because you've, you know,
Yeah,
that's
exhausting.
it's
Oh my
impossible. Mixed signals. I'm like, hey, at least you're coming to the table. Like you're showing up, you're giving me things to work with.
Yeah.
So maybe I revise the silence.
Maybe, yeah, okay. Yeah, but mixed signals I find horrible. I mean, again, don't want to make it about
I like a
being
little
German.
whiplash.
Yeah, but I want plan. I want to know yes, no, maybe, and not like, let's see. What do you mean, let's see? How long do you want to see?
I mean, let the universe take you on the journey, baby.
Sounds...
That was the worst thing I could have said to her. I recently went to an energy healer who opened my heart chakra, so I'm really leaning into that.
Okay, when did you do that?
When I was in Miami.
Okay. Wow, you did so many things. My
It was
God.
a busy week. I'm very tired. I honestly, like, if Rosa would allow me, I would put my head down on this couch right now and take a nap. But I know I can't.
Maybe in the next 5, like the last
Imagine
5 minutes of
I
the
go-
podcast, and battery's over.
And now Jules will lay on the couch and mumble.
Lollipop.
This is the most unhinged episode. But also the other thing I want to say is the other thing that I really liked about the question that you just asked me is like, I forget what the question was.
Have a look again.
Oh, the replay of conversations. Literally, I wish I could live by this. Like, no one thinks about you. Like, you think about all the shit that you do every day. No one thinks about you, but I literally replay conversations that happened a year ago. Like, a year ago.
Same.
It's dark.
It's crazy. They just happened. Like, that's the thing, you know. Yesterday, for example, I had a very good day, by the way. And I know exactly, unfortunately, I have this attitude that I knew something will go wrong today or in the afternoon or the evening. So I'm going to, you know, just replay certain situations in my head to go back into that trap. If it's a memory from 1 year, 1 week, it's just horrible. Even though you're right, nobody gives a fuck about you, which is sad. But also good. But anyway, what I wanted to say is, I also have this little Bible here because I thought it would be good to have some buzzwords. I think, and that's my major thing with AI, it really helps me to translate things in the right way. I give you an example. So I have a client which is very British, like British to the core, and in general just have issues understanding what British people want from me. It's just not happening. Really, it can be anyone of this team. Slack messages, I have to copy paste it into ChatGPT and be like, does that mean we follow through with this now? Or do they want me to do extra work? It's really not clear. It's very indirect. So this for me is, I just need it for helping me to translate social cues and mixed signals to come back.
Well, it's cultural context switching, which is huge. There's a professor at London School of Economics, Constance Locke, who literally...
Constant Locke?
Constance Locke. Not constant. Constance Locke. She's super cool.
Sorry.
But she, does a lot of research on this. And, she actually consulted with, I think Boston Consulting Group, sorry if I'm wrong, on, going to different offices around the world and, helping people understand cultural switching because... Yeah. Oh my God, it's so tough. Being American, the way Americans work versus the way Americans work versus the way Germans work versus the way British people work, it is wild. And I was saying this recently to a British colleague, like, in any given day, I have a meeting with a German person, I have a meeting with a British person, I have a meeting with an American person. Mm-hmm. The level of context switching, and like I can see why it's super helpful to have AI, because also it's like you have to think about how do I tailor my language to make it make sense. And I think something that's really hard, especially like I've noticed, like, I mean, I spend a lot of time in Germany, the way that German translates to English automatically is way more direct than like most cultures can handle the English language. Yep. It's nothing bad. It's just literally just like, how does the structure of the language translate to another language? And it's like very difficult because the way that British English is constructed is there's a lot of additional words used. There's a lot of fluffiness to it in a way that even American English isn't constructed in that way. Mm-hmm. And oh my goodness, we really need, because not all of us like have degrees in like, you know, context switching and like behavioral science and all of that jazz, because that's what it really requires to work globally. Like we were just talking about, like, I'm going to Shanghai in a month to do work. I might be going to India to do work, and I'm like, what is that going to look like for me?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, I just want to know, and we're definitely going to feature it in the podcast because I want to see the tales of Jules around the world. I can't wait. Just, I had to laugh a little bit, and I had to stop myself while you were getting into the topic. Is the way you're already saying it is a very German. It needs to look like this, you know, the English language. It's literally how we also, it's about the tonality as well, and what you put focus on in the sentence, the syntax, you know, like this is also a big thing. Like, so yeah, it's just a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if I will ever unlock the British way of being, even though I adore it so much and they're so funny. But sometimes I'm just, not sure. Yeah.
And you've lived here a long time. You've lived here for 10 years, right?
8.
Almost 10.
Basically.
Yeah, let it go. It's okay.
6,
Loosen
7.
up. Loosen up.
Do you know 6-7? You've heard about this?
No, what is 6-7?
Okay, so the young people, and I say that, and I'm 29. You're 31 now.
I've literally, like, every episode, you're like, the young people, and I'm like, you're young.
Yeah, but did you never heard about 6-7? So I guess we're not that young anymore. That's a new thing. Like, it's basically, whatever, 6-7.
I have no idea what you're even saying to me.
Like, it's just, you know, blasé. Oh, good. 6-7.
I don't understand. Okay, I just don't get it, but moving on.
Ask ChatGPT next time.
I guess. But no, it's like, so it's super crazy to think about, like, how different each culture is. Like, I constantly trying to explain this to people back home, like same language, different language.
Also, how loud you speak, of course. That's also a thing, right?
No, I don't feel like it.
Really? Okay.
I feel like you're just as loud as me.
Let's stay with the silence, should we? Anyway, is there anything else that you
now that she has offended my culture, she is going to move on.
Anyway, is there anything else that you want to talk about here? Is something that you want to feel like, we didn't, you know, we talked about it being a translator. AI.
I mean, I think AI is a great way to prevent burnout. Like, I've been thinking about burnout a lot lately because
it prevents it.
I think I did say about 10 minutes ago that it could cause it, but now I'm gonna present a different argument. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate with myself. I think it also could be a burnout preventer because I think it also enables us to really like do more self-reflection. Like, I think it's very hard to have a self-reflection practice. Like, most people don't journal every day. Like, do you journal every day?
Yeah.
That's so good. See, I used to journal every day, but now I'm too busy.
It depends on the day. I'm not doing it every day.
So you just lied.
I didn't lie.
We don't lie.
Well, I just wanted to shine for 1 millisecond.
Okay. No, but like it's really hard to have a journaling practice, and I feel like with AI, you're able to kind of have more of a continuous inner dialogue. Like, you're supposed, like, the point of a journaling practice is to bring your inner dialogue out.
Yeah.
And to really assess that. And with AI, it's never been easier to create content and to bring your inner dialogue out. Like, I do feel like I get to express the thoughts in my head more. And the reason why I really have realized, like, how much I'm bursting with this and why I really need my AI bot to talk to me more is, like, I have this new setting on my AirPods where when I talk out loud, it pauses my music. And I apparently mumble constantly while I'm walking because constantly my music's interrupted. And I'm like, am I talking out loud? And yeah, I am. I'm walking down the street talking to myself, which is not great. I should work on that. But what I'll do now is when I have a lot of thoughts that I feel like are almost bursting out of me, I just run my transcriber, and I actually turned on like a voice bot on my ChatGPT instance, so it actually will talk back to me. And so it helps me kind of create this living journal of my thoughts throughout the day, which is really helpful for my burnout, my anxiety, getting my brain going.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's super exciting.
I'm really on the verge of like being, okay, wow, interesting system you set up. And also like, can we go back to this mumbling because we were just watching the guy screaming.
I don't scream on the street.
Yeah, but I also talk a lot with myself, but mostly when I'm alone, like in my little home.
I think if you put the setting on your AirPods, you'll realize it's coming out while you're on the streets.
Maybe you're right.
Like, I'll just be like sometimes I'll be walking on the street, I'm trying to catch a light, and I'm like, you got this.
Oh no, that's so cute. Oh no, Jules.
It's okay.
It's cute though, I like it. It makes it very sympathetic, not that you weren't there before, but I'm just saying.
Oh my god, it's like Rosa insults Jules Day.
That's not true. I think you also, Charlotte, I think it's a really cool system, but don't you think, question is like from, again, the German perspective, data security and privacy, how are you feeling about that? I mean, like really putting your inner world into this ChatGPT then.
I mean, I think that I think data privacy is important. I'm not going to take the position that's not important, but like, I just don't think it exists.
Thoughts are free, man.
It just doesn't exist. Like, I have a digital footprint. I grew up in a digital age, as did you. I've been Googleable since I'm 13 years old. Yeah. You know, like, there's so much of my life is on the internet. I've given away my data to God knows how many companies.
It's over already. So yeah, we might as well.
I'm just like, I'm going to lean into it. I'm not going to stress too much about it. Like, I think IP is super, super important, but I don't think anything that I'm creating and building is that uniquely positioned. I think the way I deliver things, the way I show up with things is the IP.
Yeah.
The thoughts themselves, let it all go into a global database, and maybe it will help someone else. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's a very, like, I don't know, it's my mindset because I grew up in a country where data privacy is, like, really not, you know, we don't really emphasize. It's interesting because, you know, in Germany, I see it a lot. Like, people really are quite digitally apprehensive because of data protection, data privacy. Like, even public Wi-Fi networks aren't that big of a thing in Germany because of the data piece. So it's super interesting to, like, have those conversations because I feel like I never really had those conversations until last year.
Yeah, but we are also very peculiar, I have to say. No other country that I've ever worked with or been in is the same as in Germany. We are obsessed with it. Obsessed. So, I don't know.
But it's important, though. But I think what I had heard historically is that, like, I mean, Germany has been through a lot in the last 120 years as a country. And, like, during the communist rule, especially with the East, where things are constantly being monitored and the Stasi was, you know,
yeah, fair play.
People are very protective of their data and their privacy because there was no sense of privacy. It was a surveillance state. So it does make sense in context, right? Like, the U.S., we had some of that during, like, the Red Scare and McCarthyism and, like, the Cold War, but the extent of it was much less, and the impact was way less on the identity of the overall country. And so,
okay, interesting though. Now I see your point.
I've heard this in East Germany from certain people. I don't know for sure.
Well,
you're German. You would know more.
You know,
you're from the West.
Yeah, because that's different for sure. I mean, maybe a different topic for another podcast, but definitely divide East-West in Germany is still there. You know, at least culturally.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else?
You're like, moving on.
Anything else you want to say to round 2? Like, for example, we talked about optimizing and supporting. We did that already. Cool. Round 3. Do you want to do me the honor?
Okay, round 3. I gotta lean in because I don't have my glasses on. Okay, one thing AI genuinely helps you with. But you didn't give us a question. It's not like,
well, it's more like...
Okay, I got this.
What's the other one?
No, let's do it. Come on. No,
okay.
Stop thinking about it.
So, 3, 2, 1.
Outline.
Operational tasks.
Okay. One thing you never want AI to decide for you.
3, 2, 1. About my
relationships.
Ideas.
Tell me about your ideas. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, like, ideas need to come from me. I mean, like, I'm more than happy to feed it to AI, but the idea that, like, I know lots of people do that. Please don't feel offended, but I feel lots of them say, hey, create a LinkedIn post about this topic, and then I post it on LinkedIn, for example, and it's just AI generated. The idea, everything that comes from this post is either from sources on the internet, but there's no real personal viewpoint in that, and that's what I'd never want to give up, is really my I don't know, personal edge to the story. This what makes it different, because we have to face the fact that most of the content that we see in the next couple of years will be AI generated, from us or from a system or whatever. So for me, that's important, to keep that idea close to my heart.
I mean, your narrative voice is everything.
Exactly, storytelling. I mean,
it's literally your business. Yeah. So if you automate that, I don't know what you got.
What you got, yeah.
What you got? What you got?
All right, cowboy, what about you?
I mean, relationships.
Yeah, and
imagine getting relationship advice from ChatGPT.
Yeah, but don't you get any other advice from ChatGPT? Like, when you're talking with ChatGPT about your thoughts, and they're also relational?
No, I don't really talk about my emotions. I don't ask for help with, like, the people in my life.
Who are you talking with, when I can ask in this podcast, the emotional part? Like, are you talking with anyone about it?
Yeah, I talk to my friends.
That's what
I talk on the phone all the time. Whenever I'm walking or going anyplace, I'm on the phone.
But why are you not listening to music, for example?
Because I listen to music while I work.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I definitely listen to music when I walk, but also, like, I don't know, like, I live 5 hours ahead of a lot of the closest people to me in my life. If I'm walking anywhere in the evening, I talk on the phone. And I talk to people about it. I send voice notes to people. I ask for advice from people I know and I love. Like, I was in a weird situation this week with someone taking an idea from me. And I didn't ask ChatGPT about it.
I was in the midst of this conversation.
Rosa was in a two-way call somehow with someone. Rosa was like, "This is crazy." Did you like the way we operate? Were you fascinated?
I was, first of all, fascinated. I withdrawn from the situation a little bit, because you guys were just, escalating it to a point where I'm like, yeah, okay, fair. I just let them do their thing. I guess it needs to get out, but I think you have great ideas. I just have to get used to cultural differences. That thing.
It's cultural navigation.
Yeah, navigation. Using the steering wheel.
We're steering through. Yeah.
Navigating. But all in all, I liked it. It was nice to meet your friends. Also, everyone actually.
Great, love that.
On these multiple calls that we had during the night. Evening.
It was just one call with Shiley.
Well, not only Shiley, there was also...
with Ray.
Exactly, which was then interrupted by the other call. Anyway, it was interesting to see.
Anyways, but that, I reached out to 10 different people that I knew. I actually never asked ChatGPT about what to do about that situation. I've reached out to mentors, people I trust, friends who work in the industry. I never asked AI. Shy asked AI, I think. But,
I do that too.
Yeah, I did it. I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of wise people who have good emotional intelligence, and I trust the people in my life to give me good guidance.
Okay. Amen.
So I'm not controlled by the robots just yet.
Well, we see that.
If you ask me to build a PowerPoint without AI, I will cry, but otherwise I'm fine.
I mean, that's what I mean with the operational task. I'm just so glad that I don't have to invest/waste 2 hours to think about a structure that somebody else will give me feedback on, and then it's also, who cares? And then now I have no emotions, yeah, sure, I'm going to change that, and then ChatGPT helps me. Which is maybe creating a new common language.
Yeah. Maybe. Fuck. I think it's all going to be a prompt language. It's more where people are going to make prompting templates that everyone's going to use. And that will be the common language. It'll be how do you it's when coding languages were created, it's a language that people learn, they understand. I think the same thing will happen to prompting. Well, there'll be a certain prompt template that everyone follows.
Well, I wouldn't say nervous about it. I also don't feel excited. I feel quite neutral about it.
Oh, I feel really jazzed about it.
Jazz? Okay. So chill?
No, jazz hands, ecstatic.
Okay.
Excited. Jazz hands.
Oh, yeah.
Do jazz hands? Yeah. More.
Jazzing. Can't believe it.
Oh, God. No, I'm ecstatic about it. Which, honestly, we should do an episode just talking about, why AI is like just so exciting, and go deep on like AI and all the use cases for it, because we could do a whole hour on that.
Honestly, yeah. But maybe like you guys let us know if there's something you want us to dive deeper in, and we can make it, I don't know, once every quarter we could talk about AI and all of the questions you have, and we try to answer them, because we have an AI expert here and we have someone else here, whatever she's about.
You're a deep tech expert.
Exactly.
Which AI is part of, so.
Correct.
Don't sell yourself short, girl.
It was more like a joke. I know what I
can. Ha. Anyways, things are getting weird. I'm gonna go fall asleep on this couch now. And this was a great session of unpacking. I feel like I've unpacked a lot here.
We unpacked.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I feel definitely better.
I'm feeling better. Well, I feel like I can fall asleep, but I'm feeling good.
Okay, great. Well, then let's prep your nap.
Goodbye.
See you guys.